This is not my line. This is her night line. Her line. It's fight night bitches.
Can you clarify? A lot of people have asked and said that you worked with Lamont Peterson when he got in trouble. Did you work with him at that? Okay. I wanted to clarify that because some people said yes and some people said no. So at least
no, I didn't. That's a very, very interesting topic because somebody that I know sent him to that doctor, John A. Thompson in Las Vegas, and he went to him. And if you understand the way this works, if you overtrain, it will suppress free testosterone. But if you just take a 3 or 4 day break, it'll bounce back. But his total testosterone, I believe it was around 563, which is perfectly normal. But this particular doctor, he just saw this low free testosterone and said, turn around. And there's something called Testopel. And they use something called it's a little plunger. And they just make an incision in your buttocks, and it's about the size of a grain of rice. And insert this into your buttocks with this little plunger, put a Band-Aid on it, and that doubles your testosterone level for 5 months, and then you come back and it's like getting the oil changed in your car, and they take it out and they put a new one in. So what had happened is he fought in DC, he fought Amir Khan, and Lamont beat Amir, right? And got the title. And he was tested using the state commission testing where the TE ratio was 6-to-1, yet when he tested with VADA, who used a 4-to-1, he came back and he was at 3.77-to-1, but his carbon isotope ratio testing called IRMS as well, which can differentiate between synthetic testosterone made from yams and soy and endogenous from your body made by cholesterol, and they popped him. Well, he thought that he could get away with this, I'm sure, because he had already beat the state commission test with the pellet in his butt. And somebody who told me that actually, I'm not going to say these names, but very high profile names in boxing, that one of the coaches sent them to this doctor in Las Vegas, and he told me that he wouldn't be surprised if there were more than 100 professional boxers that had these pellets in their butt.
You know what? I agree with you. Honestly, I mean, I've been working this industry, and yeah.
So when you
I really
20
believe
to 1, 30 to 1, all these guys that come back, you have to take a significant dosage of testosterone. But that was just a way that you could circumvent. And that whole idea of how you can bust these people that are doing this, which is, see, in Olympic caliber testing, they do the TE ratio test. And only if you test positive, or you're above 4-to-1, which is a positive, as a confirmatory test, they do the carbon isotope ratio. So if you remember back in, I think, 2006 with Floyd Landis, and he had an 11-to-1 TE ratio. And of course, they joked later that maybe that he got drunk between a couple of the stages, and the testosterone patch that he had on his balls that he forgot to take it off. And that's why he tested positive. But anyway, they introduced this other carbon isotope ratio test as a confirmatory test so that they could ban him. So bottom line is, what I told, Margaret Goodman at VADA was, every single sample that you collect, because people can easily circumvent the TE ratio, you need to do this carbon isotope ratio test. And if you remember, one of the first people that she popped was Lamont Peterson. And then that story turns out that he was using a pellet as opposed to an oral or injectable form of testosterone.